Hello everybody and welcome back to DIY Diecast. My name is Joe and I call this show the Saturday Hot Wheels and Diecast Collector Show with Joe. And today I've got a table full of items to look at. We'll be opening up a lot of diecast here, and you'll want to stay tuned if you're a fan of Porsches and you collect Porsches, and you want to stay tuned also if you are a fan of dragsters. The two topics that I picked for today's show, number one, we'll talk about the dragsters first here. I picked up a few vintage dragsters, and if you are familiar with the show, you know that I love my vintage diecast, and I cover a lot of the older classic and vintage diecast, and a lot of it's still in the packages, and I open my diecast too. So I picked up some fantastic dragsters. Got some from Johnny Lightning, some from Racing Champions, Winter Circle, Hot Wheels, and more. And then I also chose some Porsches to go with, kind of for the bigger theme of the show. And the reason being is that the amount of Porsches that are available out there, it's just amazing. Seems like Hot Wheels kind of picks a car or Matchbox or the industry in general, and they just run with it. And here lately I've just been noticing that the market is flooded with Porsches of all kinds, and that is not a bad thing. I love it. I didn't used to seek them out or collect them particularly, but since they've started making so many of them, I gotta get them when I see them. And now I'm starting to go back and try to find some of the old ones too, because once you get, what, 2, 3, 4 of the same car, don't you have to just keep going and getting all the variations of them, the different colors and the different graphics and decals that are on them? I don't know, I'm kind of like that. So got a lot of Porsches to go over today and some fantastic dragsters. We'll open these up, we'll review them, and maybe you'll find something here that you didn't know was out there that you want to go back and find for your collection. So I'm going to put you on pause, bring you up closer to the table here, and we'll just start cracking these things open and see what we got here. Hang tight. Alright, so before we get into everything, we'll take a quick scan of the table here. These are the items that we will be looking at today. Got some great vintage dragsters there. Then moving on along to the Porsches here, it's looking pretty good. So I pulled out a lot of Porsches here, and there are of course many more, and I have many more Porsches in my collection, but just in interest of keeping the time down on the video so we don't have a 2-hour long Porsche video, I picked out some of my favorites here and some that I've already wheel swapped, and yeah, we'll get into those, crack those open, but that's what's on the table that we'll be looking at today. Alright, let's go ahead and start with these fantastic Porsches. I'll go ahead and start with the loose ones here. Here is a, you know, once you get them off the card, you gotta rely on your car guy knowledge, but I believe this is a 911 Carrera. Let's see. Oh, it is the Carrera. Okay, doesn't say 911, but anyway, I absolutely love this decal scheme here, and I wheel swapped this one. I put these gold aftermarket wheels with the real rubber tires on there. Probably going to end up wheel swapping all of my Porsches. I love them so much, but just the graphics on this car, absolutely fantastic. If you don't have this Carrera in your collection, it's out there, and it's a mainline. And I want to point something out too while we're looking at this one. I believe that this is the only Porsche that I have here out of all these examples that does not have the headlights colored in. It does have the taillights colored in, and it's even got the side mirrors, okay? But I think everything else has those details on it, and all I'm trying to say is that with all these Porsches that are being released here lately by Matchbox, Hot Wheels, just everybody's got them out in all kinds of different variations. They take a lot of pride in their main lines, and you're going to see with these next cars coming up. Alright, so that is that Carrera there. We have another Carrera here. Beautiful gloss orange, got the headlights colored in. They gave us the side mirror on the driver's side, not on the passenger side. Wheel swap this one too. Nice classic deep dish 5 stars with real rubber tires. Got the fantastic deck lid spoiler on there. All the Porsche emblems are there, and look, they even colored in the door handle. And this is a mainline car. Lots of great details on the Porsches. Moving right along. Now this one I know is the 918 Spider. You may recognize those wheels from the first blue Porsche that I started out with. Fantastic, probably one of my favorite Porsches of all time. Absolutely love this body style. The graphics are fantastic. Got it in the convertible flavor here, and lots of details on these Porsches. That's a Hot Wheels mainline, by the way. I know I keep saying one of my favorites, but it's another one of my favorites. Reason being, now this is the GT3, okay? And look at those headlights. Not only did we get the headlights colored in on these other models, but they put the clear plastic molded in with the windshield, and they pop up through the holes in the body to give us the most realistic looking Porsche model out there on the market by far, especially when it comes to mainlines. And look, we got the passenger side mirror this time too. It's another wheel swap, a little bit more premium quality wheels I put on this with the white leather tires, and yes, and the real rubber white leather tires. Kind of got that Mustang 5.0 kind of early 90s, late 80s looking wheels on there. I might end up changing these wheels out and putting them on a 5.0 Mustang, putting something a little different on here, but I do like these wheels on here. Nice job on the GT3 there, Hot Wheels. Alright, and the last loose open example that I have here is this beautiful green in the racing decal variation. That's a really nice green too. It's like a deep hunter green. I don't know if you can tell from the lighting. I did wheel swap this car. You may notice the wheels look a little funny. Those are just regular mainline wheels. I ended up using them for something else. Put these on here temporarily. But fantastic looking car. Got the X'd out racing headlights. And they gave us the mirror on the passenger side of this one too. Another fantastic mainline to be on the lookout for your collection. Alright, next up, Porsche 928 Safari, anyone? Wow. Fantastic job on that one, Hot Wheels. First time I've ever seen this one. I don't know if they have any other variations or whatnot. I'll certainly be looking for them in the future. This is the Sparco and Bilstein Shock sponsored Safari race car. Got those great rally, off-road rally looking lights, and the luggage supply rack on the top. Even a spare tire can be seen through the back window there. We'll go ahead and crack this one open. Look at the details a little closer. Fantastic. Everything but the side mirrors on this one. One of them funky Porsches from the 80s. Gotta love it. What a great look. Alright, now let's look at the Matchbox. It's another 918 Spider. Oh yeah. It's just a mainline, but when we get this thing out of the package, you're going to see that it has some very premium details. We'll go ahead and crack this one open. There it is, looking good on that wild bright green paint. Matchbox gave us the mirrors on both sides. This one, of course, just came out of the package. It has not been wheel swapped, but for some mainline plain factory plastic wheels. Those look pretty good. I don't know that I necessarily need to wheel swap this one. Pretty fantastic. Absolutely wonderful headlights in there. Look very 3D and very realistic. Got the taillights colored in and all the badges. Great job, Matchbox, on the 918 Spider. Alright, so earlier we looked at the 928 Rally. How about the 911 Rally? A lot of the same off-road rally details as the 928 we looked at earlier. Got that supply rack on the top. All of the off-road rally racing decals are present. Let's open it up and take a closer look. There it is. Just a beautiful deep hunter green on that. And the decals are looking great with those gold wheels. I'm going to wheel swap it. I don't like these wheels as much. These mainline wheels, I think we could definitely do a little better. But boy, the details on this one are absolutely fantastic. And down to the mirrors on both sides on this one. All the badges, all the lights are colored in. Hot Wheels taking a lot of pride in those mainline Porsches once again. Now, if you're a hardcore collector, you know what this is. It's been out there and it's been around. Even some different color variations as far as the striping on it goes. But, yep, it's the 911 Carrera keychain. And, I don't know, what do you think about these? Do you like these keychain cars? I don't know how I feel about them. I guess they're pretty cool, right? I mean, they would make a great keychain, for sure. Let's get it out and take a look. Alright, so for this variation, they have chosen to go with the very DeLorean stainless steelish looking color scheme. And they've left out the side mirrors, and what else is missing? Oh, yeah, the wheels. Hey, but we can't be too mad at them. It's a keychain. This thing coming in and out of your pocket and getting thrown around and hung on a hook on the wall. Probably get the wheels yanked off of them anyway if it had them. So, just a great looking keychain there, I guess. Hey, you could even put a hook on that and hang it on the Christmas tree. Now, there's an idea for you. Alright, here's something different. It's the 89 Porsche 944 Turbo. You know, when I was a kid, growing up, these cars were out there on the streets. They weren't all over the place. Of course, you know, with Porsches, it was still kind of a rare car. But when I seen one, there was another car that looked just like it, and it was called the Chrysler Conquest, I believe. And almost an identical looking car. There was another Mazda that had almost the exact same body style, and I would get them confused all the time. There were like 3 or 4 different cars in the 80s that looked just like this, and I believe that Mitsubishi and Chrysler got together and put different names on even the same car or whatnot there. But here is the 944 Turbo in the nice metallic gold. What a great car. You know, of course we got the mirrors on both sides, but what I want to point out on this one is 2 different colors of paint for the lights in the front and in the back. They put the silver and the red. 3! The orange is there too. Do you see that? I mean, you don't get these kind of details on all the main lines. But what I'm trying to show you here is, and all I'm saying is the Porsches, it seems like they really go out on them. Lots and lots of detail on that beautiful 928. Alright, and the last Porsche we'll cover today, this is a different one than what we've looked at so far. This is the 911 Targa. This one being from Matchbox, obviously. And so you had your convertibles, you had your hard tops, and you had your Targa tops. And we'll get this one opened up, and we'll take a look at that Targa top in there. Alright, again, they used the same fantastic looking wheels as they did on the green 928 that we looked at earlier. I like them. Yep, even on this one too. Everything detailed and colored in, and got the Targa top. So the Targa top, this middle section would have been removed, much like one large T-top, basically, and that was why they called that the Targa top. Fantastic, very deep metallic flake blue You can kind of see there in the light. Fantastic Porsche model from Matchbox. Alright, now let's just slide on over here to the other side of the table and look at some fantastic vintage dragster diecast. Alright, first up, let's just go ahead and get started with this Racing Champions Chase the Race, big name in drag racing, Joe Amato, 50 years of NHRA Dyno Max rail dragster. Let's get it out and see the quality. Alright, again, this is Joe Amato. For you drag racing fans, huge name in drag racing, very popular. This was released in the year 2000. I forgot to add that when I was showing off the package, but so at the time this video is being shot, this is 25 years it's been in the package. And you got some really great details here. They are plastic wheels, but they kind of rounded them and they look very realistic. Very realistic drag racing rims. Just got a great realistic look to them. Got the parachute out back. The wing, of course, even decaled up. Fantastic big block, massive top fuel engine of some kind there. It's a V8 if we're counting the pipes. And just detailed out to the max, down to the very accurate smaller wheels out in the front. And a very, very fantastic example of some 1/64 scale diecast drag racing. Alright, next up, now I collect all different sizes of diecast. And as the time goes by and I do enough videos, we'll get into a lot more of that kind of stuff. But there's a reason I want to show you this one. I want to show you the difference between a 1/24 scale in these dragsters and a 1/64 scale that I have back there. That's basically the same car. And we'll compare the details, see what this one has that that one doesn't, and what that one has that this one doesn't. But anyway, what a deal I got on this one. I remember I picked this up at a car show swap meet. It was in the styrofoam inner packaging, but the outside box was missing. And another massive name in drag racing, John Force. His daughter Ashley Force raced too and had a career in the NHRA. And just a massive, huge name. John Force particularly known for being the Castrol car out there on the track, the Castrol GTX. And the details on these cars are amazing. If you ever get the chance to pick one up and you're wondering, are they worth the money? Absolutely. Absolutely. Big, heavy metal die-cast body on this thing. All the graphics are usually fantastic on these, especially when you get into the newer ones. And when I say newer, I mean 90s, because they did make some of these back in the 80s that were not as decaled up and not as quality of a casting. But man, what I love about these is they swing open and you can even remove that body. It kind of pivots back here on this little hinge kind of thing. And look at the details even more. Check out that engine. And the 1/24 scale, you really get to see the details a lot better. Got a good view of the cockpit, the seat, that very accurate drag racing hang on tight steering wheel there. And all the details are there. I mean, this is for $5. I think I paid for this because it was missing the outer packaging. What a deal. Check out those wheels. And real rubber tires, by the way, too. I could pull them right off of there. Goodyear Eagles. Got the big tubbed out big boys out back there in the 5-star welds, I believe is what they called those wheels. Just absolutely fantastic details on this. Down to the fuel lines there. Rubber fuel lines. What do you think of that? Rubber belt. Yep, it's there. Alright, so while that bigger 1/24 scale is still fresh on our mind, let's go ahead and open the 1/64 scale and see what the details are like on it. Basically the same car, different decal scheme, Castrol GTX. Again, same driver, John Force. Look at this. 3 for $5. Does anybody remember KB Toys? They're long been out of business now. But 3 for $5. Yeah, I'd do that again. Alright, here it is. What do you think of that? Fantastic details on the casting. Much the same as the last 124 scale car we looked at. Real rubber tires. Fantastic weld. Racing wheels. Got the side pipes coming out the side there. And yes, it tilts open. The body does not remove on the 124 scale. But you can see real engine details there. We did not get a rubber belt on this one, so that's one thing that you get in the bigger scales. Those kind of details that you don't get in the smaller ones. Can't quite see the seat and the cockpit area, but it's definitely in there. And we do have a little bit better suspension details colored in very nicely there. Parachute out back, just like on the 124 scale, and some generic wheelie bars there. Not too bad. 3 for $5. A good deal in my opinion. Alright, let's mix it up a bit here. Let's look at a Johnny Lightning. This is the Team Lightning Pink Panther drag racer of some kind. Obviously not a realistic body of any kind of car. Something custom made. Makes me wonder, was this a real drag car at some point in time and they made a die-cast model of it? I'm not sure. If you know, leave me something in the comments there if you know more about this car. Was it an actual real drag car? Alright, that is fun. This one being released in 2000. It has also been in the package for 25 years. Got a great decal of the Pink Panther on the side. Many of you from, I don't know if you're 40 plus years old will remember as a kid the Pink Panther. And then a lot of you may not even know who the Pink Panther is. But hey, go back and watch some Pink Panther cartoons on some YouTube videos after you get done with this video. Very entertaining. Nice heavy die-cast casting. Got a metal bottom too. Plastic wheels with some very, very good looking plastic drag racing wheels there. And very interesting Pink Panther decals. Alright, now let's get into something totally awesome. A heavy hitter here for sure. Johnny Lightning Racing Machines 1/64 scale Wonder Bread. It doesn't say, but I believe that's a Chevy Vega. Looking at the front, I'm pretty certain that's a Chevy Vega. Been stretched out for the funny car look. Another huge name in racing, Don Schumacher. Absolutely love the Wonder Bread variation there in this drag racing model. Let's get it out, take a look. How fantastic is that? Absolutely beautiful. Just a gorgeous color scheme there. Love the, even though they're hard plastic wheels there. This is from a time when Johnny Lightning was your premium die-cast. Back when this was released in the 90s, we did not know what Hot Wheels premium models were, or M2, or Greenlight, any of those. Johnny Lightning was absolutely the premium models. You can absolutely see why. And this one had some very extra nice details. The body does lift on it, and it even had this little flip up stand that would hold the body up. So just a fantastic premium example of some 90s Johnny Lightning drag racing. Whether you're into drag racing or not, these look great in your collection. You know, when you can pick them up cheap. I think the price sticker on that package said $1.99, again from KB Toys. I mean, what a deal. Alright, just a couple more to get through here. We got the Johnny Lightning once again, Dragsters USA. Hey Mustang fans, check that one out. It is the blue What does that say? Blue MAS? Blue Moss? Huh. I don't know. If you know what that means, leave a comment for me. Maybe you know what that is. Alright, let's get it open and take a closer look at this great vintage Johnny Lightning Mustang. Alright, so when I got it out of the package, I could tell what it said on the side by the coin that it came with. It's the Blue Max. And it's just a funny looking X there. I don't know, does that look like an X to you? It looks more like an S to me. But anyway, it is the Blue Max Mustang, which is actually silver, curiously, with some fine details on it. Those great classic Johnny Lightning dragster wheels. 90s release, so we got the plastic wheels still. Nice parachute out back. We did not get the wheelie bars on this one, but the decals and the sponsors are fantastic on this car. And the body does come up just like the Wonder Bread Vega. And again, has that great stand where you could hold the body up there. And a fantastic metallic flake silver. Again, Johnny Lightning, those were our premium cars back in the 90s. And look how great that looks. You can see why. Now, I wouldn't consider these premium at all, but I did not want to leave Hot Wheels out of the mix. And they're giving us some Mustang funny car dragsters here. You can see they're offering them in the different variations. We got the art cars Mustang funny car there. Very unrealistic looking but fun dragster there. And then we have the more realistic looking Team Hot Wheels decal scheme. Let's go ahead and get this one out and take a look at that. Alright, so there it is. Now we're not going to get the same details as the Johnny Lightning, even though those were from the 90s, because this is a Hot Wheels mainline car. And we got those mainline, very hard plastic wheels. But, you know, just a fun dragster, and the details are great. It is a great casting, and you can tell that, even though it's modified, that it is a Mustang. Has that very Mustang-looking front end, and, yeah, it's a great offering, you know. Why not? I'm not mad at that. And I went ahead and cracked open the art car. I believe that is a dragon on the side of that. A lot going on in those decals, but yep, that's a dragon. And, yep, is what it is. If you like the art cars, you know they can be kind of wild, pretty unrealistic looking, and that's another example of the Mustang Hot Wheels dragster. Alright, so we're getting ready to wrap up the show here, and while we are talking about dragsters and drag racing, I do realize this is not a dragster and it's not a Porsche, but it kind of fits in the show with that drag racing theme. This is the HW Flames 67 C10, absolutely gorgeous. Deep metallic flake copper, kind of orange there. I just wheel swapped this one in a shorts video a couple nights ago. You could check that out in my older content. But I thought I'd show you this little pro tip. If you like to take pictures of your Hot Wheels or whatnot, I seen this done a long time ago. It's something I thought was very, very cool. If you want to make your cars look like they're doing a burnout, a smoky burnout, take you a big cotton ball, kind of pull and stretch it out like so, and just kind of tuck it behind the truck there, and you look like you're doing a smoky burnout. Is that cool or what? Just a little pro tip for you there. Alright, I certainly hope you enjoyed the show, you Porsche fans, and you dragster fans, and you just diecast fans out there in general. Have a lot more dragsters than this that I could have chose to cover, but these are just some that I picked up this week. It's some items that I wanted to get open that are new for the collection. I have dragster videos in my content. If you'd like to go back and check those out on the channel, it's DIY Diecast. And while you're there, you could go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next content that I put out. Do a lot of wheel swaps, a lot of vintage unboxing. Sometimes I end up buying collections, and we go through all that kind of stuff. build lowriders and race trucks and do all kinds of different customizing. So take a look in my older content there, and yeah, just check out the channel. And I think that'll do it for this time. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Later.